Sara, and I sing and play drums in a rock band called Music Bones. Oh man, okay. Well, a few years ago, I got high and I found music. Prior to that, it was like music was always this thing to me that other people got to do, and I was always jotting lyrics in notebooks and like humming tunes, but I just didn't think that music was a thing that was for me. My friend showed me some chords on the guitar, I wrote a song. I was like, holy shit, this is for me. This is like my thing that I'm gonna spend my life doing. And so, long story short, I ended up in DC and I got tendonitis, so I couldn't play guitar anymore. So I went on Craigslist and I replied to an ad from a guitarist who is Music Bones' guitarist and my boyfriend. It's crazy. And we were looking for a drummer. And I was like, well, I'll figure out how to do this drumming thing. And so I was calling and getting to know a woman named Beverly Guitar Watkins, who is now 77, going 78. She's like this incredible blues guitarist. She really inspired me to dream bigger for myself, and that all these things aligned in such a way where it was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna like figure out how to drum and sing, and that's just gonna be what I'm doing in this band. And that's basically how I like started playing drums. That's like when Music Bones went from being this little acoustic duo to like rock and roll. We went to Atlanta and Beverly sent us on a tour of blues clubs, and that like really changed our sound, really changed how we approached music. And so that's been our adventure. We moved to LA about a year and a half ago. Both with guitar and with drums, there was just a moment of like self-recognition. And so the first time I played drums, and it probably was just some ridiculous noise, but like to me, it wasn't I'm hitting this thing, I was of this thing. It's like so amazing to be able to take all the things that I'm feeling, all the things that I'm working through, and just throw it at this instrument that lets me do it, and that like is nourishing and nurturing. And I think it's so important because, you know, when it comes to the stories that we tell ourselves, the stories that we're told by society, there's like this sense of you need to be like this in order to do this. And like, it doesn't matter, music doesn't discriminate. So if you feel like there's music in you, you gotta go follow that instinct, because it's the part of you that needs that asking for it. Right now for me, there's feminism on paper, feminism in practice, and feminism as I hope it to be. Feminism on paper is this idea that women deserve the same rights as men. Feminism in practice, I think, struggles with that in the sense that it's going to be different for a woman of color. It's going to be different for a woman who is gender non-conforming or identifies as queer, a woman who's trans. It's going to be different for a woman who is Muslim right now or undocumented. I'm a woman of color. I'm an immigrant. I'm from Ethiopia. And so feminism in practice, to this point, hasn't done enough to look at those differentiations and say, we're with them too. And so I think feminism as I hope it to be is being able to take the ways that we are personally hurt by the world and saying, this is all a call for love, and you know, all women deserve the same love, attention, respect, space as men, because I think it's all an exercise in love. It's all an exercise in, you know, learning to really love ourselves so that we can show up and love other people and do it in a way that's generous and do it in a way that allows someone to be all of who they are and not feel threatened in the presence of that, or not feel like that takes from you.
Don't look now, here he comes, ducking.
What I find so exciting about Play Like a Girl and other vehicles that elevate the stories, the like ways that women are in the world, is that with every person being so different from the person that like comes before them, comes after them, there's like no one answer, there's no right answer. If you show up and just make a lot of noise that like people are like, I don't know what that means, you play like a girl. You show up and you play like this beautiful classical opera, whatever, you play like a girl. If you show up and you crush it and you just like shred, you play like a girl. I think playing like a girl to me is really an invitation for us to each explore what our self-expression is and to know that it's the right answer. Especially right now where it's like, Donald Trump can be president, you can do whatever the fuck you want. That's just it. There's no more waiting till you're good enough. There's no more like, oh, I need to prepare more. Like, no. Like, there's just stop. Take yourself seriously. That's it. That's the only person that needs to take you seriously is you. And then go do whatever you want. You just gotta go do what you want now. Just do it right now. There's no more excuses. You just have to go. Turn off this video. The only way we're gonna get through this is together. He's president. Every day, every decision is a choice between fear and love. And you get to choose love, and you get to not empower the fear, and I know that it's scary, so you have to feel it, but you work through that. You just gotta work through it. Wield your power, figure out what it is, whatever that means to you, use it on behalf of love. That's it.